Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. For absolutely nothing. Rock just fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. For absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. For absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. For absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
Wow, whoa, whoa, Grand Day Royals, and welcome to Rock Truth Radio. I am your host, SelenaKay, and we thank you for joining Rock Truth as we thank you for joining us as we rock truth absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before your very eyes is consistently questioned, is criticized, and it's altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. Yo, it has been a day. It has definitely been a week's end. We have an amazing guest with us. I don't know if you guys have been kind of like rocking out with the Gary International Black Film Festival, but it has been absolutely amazingly dope. Shout out to everybody who has any dealings with making this an amazing event for our area. Today we have Fred Williamson, I believe, is coming through today. This evening. Let me just double check. I brought it.
Oh, you got the itinerary.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. And we'll talk just a little bit about it briefly in a second. But yeah, we got Fred the Hammer Williamson that will be being interviewed today. It is at IUN, guys. If you have some time today, check out the Gary International Black Film Festival. Let's go right into our sponsors real quick and get ready for this train that's about to.
I like that. The train. I like that.
Yes. All right, guys. You know we are officially sponsored by none other than Healthy in Space. All things healthy in one space. Now open Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 p.m. Get your herbs, get your sea moss, get your tinctures, get your skincare, get your vitamins, and so much more. They are located at 6004 Broadway in Maryville, Indiana. They also have daily savings, healthy and daily savings. Enjoy 10% off Men's Health Mondays, Tea Time Tuesdays, Women's Health Wednesdays, Teachers and Tonics on Thursdays, Free Radical Fridays, and Skincare Saturdays. And my king.
Come on.
My king.
Come on.
Guess what?
What, girl?
Guess what?
You better say that.
If you mention Rock Truth, if you mention your girl SelenaKay, if you mention Rock Truth Radio, you too can receive an additional 10% off of your product.
You better give me my savings.
I know that's right, King.
Come on.
You get a saving. You better take it, bro. It pays to know me.
Come on.
It pays to know me. Just say, hey. You know, SelenaKay, boom, 10%.
There it is.
10%. They just taking it off. They taking it off. Yo, so go ahead, support this Black-owned business. Shout out to Deontay Glover, providing health in our community. Shout out to Mike with NutraHub. I got to get them a new flyer. They tripping. NutraHub in the building. They are now open in Maryville, Indiana, from Monday through Friday, 6 to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 2 p.m. They're located at 536 East 81st Avenue. Yo, they are open today. They have $5 refreshers today. You want to go and get one of those, yo. Like, this is like the tea and the lift off and everything you need for the day. It'll take you there. It takes you there. I'm telling you it does. Shout out to Mike them in the building. My king.
What's up?
Guess what?
Is it again? Is it gonna happen like that again?
It's it's about to happen.
Come on.
If you mention RockTruth, if you mention your girl SelenaKay, if you mention RockTruth Radio, get 10% off of your order.
Come on.
Oh my God, yes. Thank you, King. Shout out to Diane Lewis, 4th annual scholarship dinner that has already taken place. However, there is still time to donate. I don't want you guys to miss out on the opportunity to donate to this particular scholarship fund. It is imperative for our youth. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and just play that ad for you.
The Diane Lewis Scholarship will help me attain these goals. It'll help me be a stable student in college. It will help me with my school books and other related school needs.
Movement in American history, a movement advocating for racial justice.
About 290,000 cases of breast cancer was diagnosed in the United States, which makes it the #1 cause of cancer.
Yeah, man. Shout out to David Lewis with the Sons of David, who is behind this particular scholarship fund. So if you guys have a desire to assist and help with our youth, yo, hit him up. They also do lawn care services. They have power washing, and you can get your gutters cleaned. They also assist you with real estate. They also have financial literacy.
Okay.
So you can reach King David Lewis, that is, at 219-629-1946 for any additional questions. All right, next up, none other than Louise Terry. If your credit score begins with A3, A4, A5, or A6, let her help you. Let her help you. She will dispute your late payments, credit cards, hospital bills, collections, bankruptcies, and so much more. Just message her, get in a DM, and you tell her, I am ready for more information. Louise Terry, you guys can contact her at 219-614-9720, Royalty Credit Solutions Group. You can also hit her on Royalty Credit Solutions Group at yahoo.com. Yo, I don't need, because this one right here is just what
I'm trying to tell you.
If you mention your girl SelenaKay,
come on.
If you mention RockTruth, if you mention RockTruth Radio, just bring it up randomly. You will get $50 off of your services. $50.
And them services cost people.
Bro, it cost. Yo, hey, hit her up and hit her up style. You hear me?
Yes.
All right, guys, we are also sponsored by the Oasis Place Banquet Hall, class reunions, vendor events, quinceañeras, fashion shows, weddings, birthday parties, retirement parties, baby showers, and so much more. So after you are done taking care of your business and you are in a position to emotionally spend, thank you, David Lewis, then you may want to hit up Reese at the Oasis Banquet Hall at 6220 Broadway in Maryville, Indiana. Call her 219-386-1000. They are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. Let her help you celebrate that moment in elegance. Yo, if you ain't doing nothing in Gary, Indiana on a Thursday night at 7 to 9 p.m. and you got $10, Hit up Tony Grown Folks Stepping. It is located at the Hudson and Campbell 455 Massachusetts Street in Gary, Indiana. No partner is required. They was out yesterday stepping after we had the exclusive opportunity to watch the Luther Vandross documentary. It is insanely crazy, off the chain. Yo, and we had the exclusive right. Thank you, Sony. Came to the Gary, Indiana Black Film Festival. Yo, that's mad though. What's going on, Miss Kim? So yeah, the Tony Steppers was out there. They was out there stepping. This is a beginner's class, so you don't got to feel, no type of way. Just come on out, have a good time, especially if you love to dance, unwind, feel good. You want to, develop a new community. It's a grand community of people as well that's associated with this group. So please hit him up. And hit him up style. We got another venue, 6120 venue in Maryville, Indiana. Is located in the Crossroad Plaza. Hit up Mr. Lenny Williams. If you have an event that you need space for. Let's not forget Miss Jessica McKinley, who has the cookie fundraiser going on. And when I tell you the cookies are worth more than what it is you're donating, it is worth the donations. You saw us eating them cookies. We were licking our fingers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another guy with some cookies that I work with. Oh my God. And I had some peanut butter chocolate chip. We're going to talk about that after the show. But since we're on cookies, Jesus. Oh my God. Okay.
We're going to talk about it after the show because you didn't share.
Who didn't share? Oh, okay. This cookie was given to me at the job. That's how you going to do?
No, I'm putting it on you so they can see you.
Why they got to see me too?
See you.
They don't have to see me.
Tell me this story.
That I know.
All right.
Okay, listen, y'all. In my defense, the cookie was given to me at work. And my man said he wanted me to try it. He encouraged his wife to do this peanut butter chocolate chip. And they do soft bake. I know, I'm just digging a ditch. I'm digging the hole deeper.
So we're going to talk about this after off air because I got something to really say that I can't say to the public. All right. So, guys, I'm telling you, the cookies is everything. She is also with Lifeline. If you have any, credit issues as well, or you're looking to do some investing, hit her up. Let's see. Did we get everybody out of the way? Is everybody out the way? Don't forget, our guest from last week. She has a massage company. She's a massage therapist. She has a Sweetest Day couples massage special. Don't forget, you can hit her up for that.
Okay.
You don't let her know when you saw this ad. Let her know. Yeah, it was.
You gonna save some money too?
You know what? I'm gonna talk to her about it, and then that way next week I could tell y'all, hey, yeah, hit up. You can get 10%. I don't want to just go and hit it, even though I know she'll give it to me. But I'll wait.
I hear you, girl, because I had to ask. Because them massages too.
Hey, they worth everything.
Yes,
they are worth everything. Okay, King. So 2. It's 2. Okay. So we have had crazy week, days. And then you just mentioned some brand new news. So King,
yes, I did.
What in the world have you been up to?
Yo, I've been in the think tank. Been moving and shaking a little bit. And yeah, I guess I can make the announcement here. It's kind of dope. Yeah, this is
RockTruth Radio. You might go RockTruth now.
You already know.
You can go home if you want to withhold.
Yeah, your boy started his own radio station. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
You always got to have some friends that's going to cheer you out along the way.
I'm screaming. Yeah.
She's screaming. But yeah, it's R3 Radio. You can find us on online radio box. You just type in R3 Radio. It's gonna be the first thing that come up. You'll see the redirect, regroup, refocus logo in the name. And we're gonna be live on there. So I am wanting people to come on. It's straight talk radio. Okay. No music. So we doing shows. We ain't paying all them licensing fees and all that other stuff. If you want to get some exposure, if you want to get out there, if you got a message, something to say, come on here to R3 Radio. Yeah. We got you.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Make it nice and easy, and
yes, very nice and easy.
Just all you got to do is get up here and say. If you
that's
got
it.
something to say, get up here and say.
That's it.
That's what's up, King. Anything else? What else you got growing?
As I go through different chapters in life, you know how we roll, girl. Every day is a learning experience, but I'm just glad to be growing more.
That's it.
And more.
Me too.
That's the biggest thing with me.
Me too.
Growing more and more.
Yeah.
So basically, that's the biggest stuff I got going on. But I also, and I'm going to have a celebrity interview coming up too.
Okay, come on through there.
Yeah. With a group they've been around for a minute.
Okay.
But y'all know who they are.
Okay.
I just can't do it now because my manager probably killed me if I was to say it early.
Okay, no problem.
But it'll be on the lookout because it's coming.
We don't want you to die.
No, we
Not
need
for this.
life. Life.
No, I'm totally with you. Just again, the learning, you know, consistently learning things. This week has been heavy. This week has been the difficult. It's the one that takes you over the hump. It gets you on the other side of agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm naming this. It's a different lifestyle on the other side of agreement. I was talking with Miss Carolyn, you know, about the airport and how we grow through the airport.
Yeah.
And when you go to the airport, the first side of the airport is militant, almost like being in prison. Like the way they talk to you, they yelling at you. It's like drill sergeants. It's insane and crazy. And it's early in the morning. I haven't had coffee. Okay. And so then once you make it past the security check, and I guess they trust you now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you make it past, it's like a whole nother utopia. It's like, and they treat you kind. Hi, hey, how you doing? I'm fine. But other than that, prior to, and that's life, not in agreement with God. Mm-hmm. When you got your own plans still in heart mind, when you still want things your way, when you still holding on to that last idea, when you still got that little bitty pocket that you still trying to stuff a 52-inch TV in and take it into the kingdom, he already told you can't bring that up in security check. That is contraband. It is spiritual contraband to have the wrong mindset trying to enter. Is blessings on the other side.
Sure is.
Your willed way and his, and being in agreement with him. And so now that I'm in agreement, things look different. My vision has changed when he changed my heart and my mind.
Definitely.
My vision changed. I see him. I came across the scripture that said, blessed are the pure heart, they will see God. But that doesn't mean that they're going to see him futuristically. That means now you look at people, you see things, you see situations, everything you see his hand. You see he's doing it, not you.
Yes.
You have it. All you doing is just being a vessel in a tool. Just like this microphone. This microphone is you. Mm-hmm. I'll let that just sit there.
Let it sit there.
So let's get right into the microphone is you. Anybody see the microphone I'm talking to? Is the microphone talking about what it ain't gonna do and what it's not gonna do? And I'm not about to send out the signals. And not, is it telling you that?
Mm-hmm. It's the vessel. The vessel.
Okay, now I don't hear the microphone talking, but we talk so much, you know. Okay. Hey, Miss Jessica. Hey, boo. Hey. We're gonna get right into our guest. This queen is infamous.
I love words like that.
Infamous, man. If y'all don't know her, you missing it. If you don't know her, you don't know yourself. That's what I go as far as to say that.
You better tell them.
You don't know Miss Carolyn Wilson, baby. You don't know yourself. Everybody needs, and I say everybody needs a good karate kick out of a moving airplane. Everybody, and she will supply that for you. She is the Sandy Cheeks of getting you moved and motivated. This is my queen, Miss Carolyn Wilson. Let's welcome her to the building. Yes, hi, Miss
Carolyn. What's going on? Hello. I'm just sitting back.
Yeah.
I'm just cheesing and smiling and watching how you grow.
My queen.
How you grow,
man. You remember because Miss Carolyn was here when this all started. When it all started, okay. And we did our first sound check with our second sound check was with Miss Carolyn. Our first one was with Eugene Napoleon. Mm-hmm. Our second one was with Miss Carolyn on WBNZ Radio. Shout out to CL Smooth and Miss Bev, giving us our first opportunity, and this is how we met Miss Carolyn.
And even the training session, we sat for hours to show you how to use the platform.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember what's going on.
Whoa,
boy.
You use it better than me. And I'm calling you.
Right. Remember we did one of your conferences, one of the craziest ways through StreamYard, and we had like two different. Oh my God! This is before they let you have the capability.
Yeah.
We maneuvered that thing where we were working two different computers. We was working. We made it happen. Talk about a production team. But yes, oh my God! And then we started fitness. We started doing Fear Less Until You Fear Not.
Yes, that was fun.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was
amazing. Yeah, fitness challenges, and then it led to you're starting a series of books.
Yeah,
talk about it.
Ooh, what? Lord have mercy. So we got the world of, this is what I call it, the world of him and her.
Okay, I like that.
It's just a world. It's a whole world. So the world of him and her. So let me show you just a little give you a little taste and see. So you saw in front of Selena's setup, you saw some sparkly stuff because I always got to come with some zhuzh. So we got this first one. I know you can't see my face, right? But right there for that camera. So that's her story. It follows. Okay, first and foremost, you ever have something? I have to give this preface. So you ever just jot stuff down? Just randomly jot things down. You're maybe on a phone or you're doing something else, and then it may appear to be doodling.
Okay.
That's what I mean when I say just randomly.
Yeah.
Just stuff that sometimes don't make sense.
Yeah.
Pay attention to it.
Okay.
Pay attention.
I like that.
Pay attention to it. Trust and believe that's your blueprint.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Trust and believe.
Oh, I like that.
I love that.
Trust and believe that's your blueprint.
I love that.
So I kept writing because I'm big on acronyms. So I kept writing her, and her kept standing for something.
Okay.
And it just kept coming back that her was healed, empowered, resilient.
I love that.
Healed, empowered, resilient. So when you're healed from something, then you are empowered.
Yeah.
And when you're empowered, then you're truly resilient to anything and everything that comes your way.
Yeah.
Literally. So, when I like to say when the world shut down and turned off, I turned on.
Teach.
Okay.
Teach.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think all of us did.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, maybe all of his did. All of his did. I'll say that.
No. Can't even say that either.
Yeah, it was some people out here.
I said his.
No.
I mean, go ahead. I'll grow with you.
See, you can still be his, but if you lack faith and you lack vision, you lack obedience, you lack trust, you can still be his and still question.
I think that there's a lot of people that do that, but they are still used. So same with the microphone, like it's still. So I'll say, I get what you're saying. I'll just grow with what you're saying, but you're still used. Whether because we all gonna do that. You're not escaping the flesh, but as long as you're being used, I'll just grow with the ones he decided. It sounds
like you're not being used to the fullest capacity. Is that
like
you can still be used? Because that's how God works. God works for me. God works to where He can still use people, but everybody that's in my life ain't supposed to give 100% to certain things. Some people are there for the 50. Some people are there for the 25. Like I was only supposed to take a little piece of something from somebody. So I see it in both ways.
I get what you're saying.
Either way, either way, circumference, like the full circle, you still being used.
Yes,
I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
Being used. It all comes down to the choice.
Facts. I agree. I say that all the time.
God gives you a choice.
Yeah, He does.
You guys, I get what you guys are saying, and this is what I'm saying. It goes deeper than that. You got to really think about that. What choice do you really make? If He is in control of all, what are you in control of any? And when we talk about the choice He gives us, He's really talking about you choosing Him every time, but He's already made the choice that you was going to do it. We're not really that clever, and we're not the ones that are really operating this vehicle. We're not. And even I get what you're saying 100%. We may think that wasn't 100% for Him. That was everything. So our view, definitely. I said, when you get to that total pure in heart, you see Him. So it may look like a lack on our end. It may look like to us that somebody not doing what they need to do. They're not doing everything that the world say you should. But for Him, you were grand enough, and it was 100%, and you wasn't perfect. That's usually at a time when He can use you, when you don't think you all that and you don't think you're 100%. It's the proper time to be used. So I get exactly what you're saying. I'm just saying from His perspective, and I have to give from His perspective. He's in control. He's doing it. So you're perfect just like you are today. If you died today and you ain't make it all the way through with the radio station you started, guess what? That was perfect for Him. Perfect for Him. Yeah,
definitely.
That was 100% for Him.
And that's why a lot of times, it's like I tell my wife all the time, we can get deeper with it, but at the end of the day, what God does is God will always meet you with one simple scripture. It don't matter how deep we go in it. I'm curious. It don't matter. It's like, for instance, my wife was saying some stuff. We had a meeting with somebody. We were talking, and she had said something, and it was one scripture that can really round it all out. Give it to me. Because that's how God does it. Now, I can't remember specific and fully with what she said. That was the thing, because it was kind of something pertaining to some things that we were doing and how we were moving and such. So that was specific. But there's, like I tell my wife all the time, when you always say, oh, well, you know, God gives us the power to do this and we can do this. Well, greater is he that is in me than he who is in the world. To me, that's what I mean by there's a simple scripture for everything that we think of.
There's a script.
There's always a script for
There's always a script.
Yeah, it's always there.
Always a prescription.
But what we do is as humans, because God gave us a mind.
Mm-hmm.
God gave us a mind so great that people can break everything down to an atom, and then you split an atom and you get a boom.
That's the chaos.
So the thing is, so for our minds to go that way, God made us complex, but when we always go back to him, it's simplistic.
Very. It don't get no simpler than what it is.
I hear everything that the queen and the king are saying, but it still hold true. To God still give you, still have to make the choice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You still have to make the choice into what God gives you. Because remember I said, you're getting these messages, you're getting this blueprint.
Oh yeah.
And these things are jotted down. You have these ideas. And the only reason why you're getting these ideas is because they're planted into you. Those are the things that God plants.
Facts.
Because he entrusts you.
Does he?
He entrusts you to execute the things that he trusts you with. Now you have to make a choice to follow that, to walk in it. Whether it scares you, whether you don't know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You have to make a choice to go with it. Or as Selena would say, grow with it. You have to. It's still, even though God already knows, but if you decide at that moment, because I'm going to tell you this, I kept running from it. I kept writing it down and I knew what it was supposed to be, but I wasn't choosing to trust it. I wasn't choosing to go through with it. And so when the pandemic happened, and like I said, the world shut down, people turned off, I turned on. Everyone did not turn on to their capability of what they were called to do.
I'm so sorry. You know, I love what you're saying, but I have to because this is imperative. This is some foundational rock truth thing. Says who? Like if God is orchestrating it all, even if I'm at my lesser, I'm at my grander because it's his. If we say that people didn't turn on, they were where they were supposed to be, we are all still on. It's how we're seeing things. If we're saying that he's in full control, but then we have a choice, like you were saying, this idea chased you down. You wasn't getting around this idea. You could stand there all day. You're gonna drink that cup. You're going to do it. You sitting here telling me that I have a choice that I'm going to make. Do you really? And I challenge everybody. This is for real. And we had to break this down. We had a 5-hour conversation breaking down choice. And because this is a serious thing, because we really believe that we are the ones doing something and we play some significant type of role in what he already decided, got going on, planned. You were going to do it. It wasn't that you was, I'm trying to figure out, and then everything goes in timing. He needed your hesitation because it's not time yet. He has a whole plan beyond you, beyond your family, beyond your neighbor. It goes all the way out into the world. It started way before you got here. It's going to complete when you gone. And it's like, hey, if you really calculate all that in, where your choice really at? And so I challenge everybody today. I hear all of the points, but I'm telling you, I had this conversation. And when it got down, and I too was saying the same thing. We got a choice. We have a choice. Where?
Well, you know, remember I said there's a simple scripture. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. No, he'll direct it. But you still have to be open to take his direction.
So all of you guys were open? All of you guys were open.
No, sometimes people aren't open, but that's the choice though too.
Guess what? Who made you open though? Who made you open?
God made you. Hey, wait, hold on, because we got to finish the statement.
Go ahead, please.
God makes you open when you recognize Him. When you.
So here's the thing with the Holy Spirit. You're convicted by the Holy Spirit. It is He who does the convicting. You would not turn your life over to Him. Look at how you're living now. You still haven't turned it over completely to Him.
But it's like when people say accept Christ. You have to have a choice to accept Him. That's what I mean.
We are a chosen people. We have already been chosen to do it. This is what I'm saying. You at a surface level, go deeper, go under it.
But I understand. But I guess when you understand that, I guess I'm saying all this understanding that part that we already are chosen. That we are. I say right. Where I'm coming from with my notion is speaking on already knowing that.
Yeah.
That's why I can say what I'm saying right now.
So if you're saying that you're already chosen for it, you didn't do your choosing, you ain't pick it, you ain't did nothing but showed up to the scene.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show this to you.
Go ahead.
It was I watched a reel this morning of I forget, it's this new pastor, this black guy who is making heavy weight with everything. He said when he had to go ahead and start pastoring, he said he didn't want to do it. He said he didn't want to do it. He said he shoved it away. He pushed it back. But he said, I had to go with what God was telling me. I had to make that choice to do what God was telling me to do. He said, I had to put myself in that way so I can go ahead and minister to the people.
He had to do it. It's him that did it.
It was him who had to say, I am going to preach to these people. I want to go. He doesn't want to.
He changed his own mind, is what you're telling me.
It's not that I'm not saying that he checked. Okay, let me tell you something, man.
Because where does free will come in?
I do
explain
it. It's not. You guys, I'm not being funny, and I'm not going to say you guys made it up. I'm saying it's a made up term in the world. Where is your free will? You are a bondsman either to sin or you're a bondsman to the kingdom. You are a slave either way. So where are you free? Where you are, what it is being a bondsman in the kingdom makes you a friend, but you ain't free. Where's your free will? You are serving a king. You can't go to him and tell him what you ain't gonna do. He is sovereign authority. And this is what we got life twisted. We really believe that it's us. We ain't did nothing but show up as microphone. And he made the microphone and put everything in the microphone for functionality, what it was going to do and the time it was going to do it. It's like a seed. You think the seed is sitting there like, you know what? I ain't going to seed today. No, it's only us when we think that we can do whatever we want to do. And that came with the idea of the fall that he even put in place. You think that Adam and Eve just ate because they was eating? No, it was he who did that too. So who do we think is really doing stuff?
Pause for a second. I think there's a misunderstanding.
Go ahead.
We're not stating that you're not, that you believe that it's only you. That's not the premise. That's the statement that's being made.
Okay.
It's the choice is because, for instance, when the storm was happening and Peter made the choice to not to fear.
Yes. To not focus on God.
To not focus on God. He made that choice.
It was him that made it, or he was programmed at that time. That choice was going to be made in him. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's none of us.
Because how God puts it, how Christ put it.
Yes, let's read it.
Because let me see.
Yeah, let's read it. Because this is all ordained for a time. Right. He ain't did nothing.
And there's nothing wrong with either way. So
no, I think that it is. I'm not being facetious, but it is. And this is what I'm saying.
I beg
to differ. No problem. I can't ever play about Rock Truth. Listen to me. I can't. Listen to me. He ain't did nothing but what he was going to be programmed to do at the time he was going to do it. I'm saying that it's none of us. I'm saying it's all God. You ain't doing nothing. You're not as important as you think you are in this whole. He could have did all this by himself. So we're playing a position in here just as simple as an instrument. It is none of you. Nobody here gets credit. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's all him, his decision making. He does what he wants. It's already predestined. You're going to get to a point and this is going to be it. It ain't nothing you can sit here and say, I decided to do it. You don't even decide to save yourself.
So the point that you just made, Selena, if you would have allowed me to finish, I was going to get to that.
Oh, it's no problem.
It is God's work, but the choice still had to be made for me to walk into it.
And that's the part I'm saying. That you were gonna walk into it. He already made a choice that you were gonna do it, is what I'm saying.
At the appointed time. I know what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. So then that means that
at the appointed time.
So let's deal in the rock truth of it, but you're dealing with a surface level. The understanding is in rock truth, is what I'm saying. You're dealing with the next step that would grow above it, that would say, okay, this is the action that is taking place, but the truth of the matter is it's him that did it.
No doubt about it. You
didn't have a choice in what you didn't have a choice in your parents.
No one
you didn't have a choice in nothing.
That it was self-proclaimed. No one was saying
I'm saying that it's none of, I'm saying wipe away you at all. Like totally period. You have no, when I got here, I was going to do this. No, you wasn't. You was going to do what you was already programmed to do. That's what I'm saying. There's none of you. I challenge you all to rethink today.
Okay.
All right, so you found the scripture.
So it's Matthew 14, 29 through 31. Now it says, and he said, come. Jesus is saying, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus.
Mhm.
But when he saw,
Mhm.
when Peter saw
Mhm.
the wind boisterous, he was afraid.
Okay.
And beginning to sink,
Mhm.
he cried, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?
Grand. Now, speaking of the International Film Festival, they have characters in movies and films and all that stuff. We're characters in the movie and this film. We were told the role that we was going to play. So Peter, he's walking on, this is a story he's telling. He's giving you everything, all the analogies, all the different things, the lessons that need to be learned, all in this at the same time. But this is a story. Peter is playing his role. Peter doesn't have a choice whether or not he was going to doubt, didn't want to doubt. That's why he said the things I want to do, Paul says the things I want to do, I don't even do them. I really do want to serve you right. I can't even do it. I can't do it if I wanted to. Why? Because we're also been programmed not to, because he, at the fall, he didn't change anything. He had to let the whole thing go out to the end. It wasn't like, all right, now we got our punishment and you know, Jesus died on the cross. Prior to the cross, he died on the cross, that precarnate. And so this is happening. And he still didn't change the course of humanity. We still had to grow through everything. So what I'm saying is it's all God. It's none of us. You don't play a role except for the one he's already prescribed for you. It's writ. It's writ.
And we see what you're saying on that. But when you look at, I'm not going to say because take something out. And I'm not trying to negate.
Exactly.
I'm trying to just keep everything within the mix and the flow.
Yeah.
Because everything, because this is a prime example. And I love that we're having this conversation because this is a prime example of how
you, God.
This is a prime example of how both me and my wife talk. And then once we end up talking, we find out at the end, just as I stated earlier, that it's all circumference of God.
It does.
It always comes because it always comes back full circle. It doesn't matter where you start.
It doesn't.
You know, as long as God is in the midst of the conversation, everybody will have an understanding. Everybody will see eye to eye where somebody is talking about.
You'll see
and that's how it always goes. You know, you gotta, like I always tell people, you gotta recognize God in everything that you do. In everything that you do. So when he's in the midst of it, it should be how you talk, how you present the information with trying to get a clear viewpoint on understanding.
Yeah.
You know, three of us sitting at the table, we all trying to seek God. And I see that at the end of every point, that at the end, when this is all said and done, we all saying the same thing. We all saying the same thing. It's just different avenues and ways. And we have to remember what the flesh allows us to do is to think fleshly.
That's it. So
first.
that's why you
when we talk about a lot of things that occur in life or things that happen to us, or even when we judge people by the fruit that they bear. A lot of times what happens is we come from a fleshly role first. We have to program ourselves to start speaking and thinking more spiritually. So it's all a process. It's all a process. I'm saying to think mindset, because I'm all about mindset. Because I'm all about mindset. Everything starts in the mind.
I just don't play with the words.
Oh yeah, I know.
You have to program yourself.
Yeah.
I just don't play with the words, but I hear what it is you're saying.
Yeah, I know you feel. I know you understand.
But that's why Rock Truth is Rock Truth. Yeah. We don't play with a word. Every word has a meaning, every punctuation, everything. And so when you're saying a sentence, it has to be all truth. Any one thing can throw somebody off or apply or provide implied meaning.
And that's why you have to be.
I hear what you're saying.
And that's why you have to be very careful with how you explain these things, because
you do.
Because I know some people, and Mary get deep with this thing.
Yes, this is administration.
She do her thing. She do her thing with that.
It's a life on the line. This is a life on the line.
So definitely.
You also got to meet people where they're at too.
Yeah.
But you have to meet people where they're at, because if they haven't grown to that space yet, then it's going to go over their head.
That's what being able to teach is. You got to be able to teach.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All God needs you to do is be you too. So if you're meeting that person, they're also meeting you where you're at. I'm not going to continue to dummy me down because God ain't got you there. It's his job to get you there, but he got me here. And if we're to meet at this particular intersection in life, we were to meet here. And even if it went over your head or it didn't settle in or it didn't take root, it wasn't supposed to. I was just supposed to plant that seed and keep going. Or I was supposed to water a seed that's already there and keep going. I'll never be able to see or get increase. I may have the privilege of seeing a little bit of your increase, but that's God. My job is to deliver the mail. My job is to, that's it. So meeting you where you are, all that, hey, you got to meet me too where I am. And so I'm not going to dummy me down, and you don't have to bring yourself up. Be right here. And if it goes over your head or it wasn't for you yet, but you'll catch it. It'll set root somewhere, but I'm going to do my job. I can't account for other people like that. That's the reason why we're off in the midst as a society. We keep accepting people for who they are. God never told you to do that. The only thing we accept in the kingdom is Christ. Other than that, it's all obedience. He ain't told you to accept nothing. But with people, we're to correct them where they are. That's it. I'm not to accept you for who you are. You made you up. We sit here and make ourselves up every day. We make up our Walt Disney characters every day. And you want me to believe that as truth because that's your perceived reality? Get that out of here. We got to stop playing child's games. And, truth is imperative. And like I said, words are everything. I challenge everybody today. I thank God for this conversation because he knows where we are mentally as a society. We still believe it's us. And I promise you, and I challenge anybody that's watching today all week, watch. It's him. You ain't did a thing. Not one thing. You're not smart enough. You're not. That's why greater is he that's in you. It's him that's doing it. You're not that.
Yeah. You got to tap into the guy. You got to tap into what the same power that what Jesus was teaching the disciples all the time was the same power that's in me. You have access to that too.
Because you're me.
Simplicity. That's why I say it's all about simplicity. Yeah. Okay. But real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. You never finished talking about her.
It's okay. God took us where he wanted us.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you with that. I hear you with that. I just want to make sure she explained her stuff fully.
Yeah, we're gonna get it back to it. Thank you for that.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
We also know that he took us there, and I'm glad he took us there.
Oh yeah.
And it ain't no mistakes or errors that was made. Nothing.
No.
He wanted what he wanted out, and that's the part of life that when I talk about being on the other side of agreement, you have to get to that point of letting him have his way. This show was not planned like this. It was not designed like we came in with a mindset of what we was gonna do.
Oh yeah, we don't ever plan our shows. We don't ever plan our shows.
These we choices
we don't
that
ever
we
plan
make.
Our shows at
and
all.
then now God has done what he wants to do. So her story, go back, my queen.
Thank you very much. So her story, once again, I explained that it's healed, empowered, resilient. These were messages that were given to me, and I chose to ignore it for a long time. And then I heard clearly now. I was like, okay. So the instruction was to pollinate the world. To pollinate the world with all of our stories. See, I'm a survivor of sexual child abuse, led to domestic violence, led to all the things, the check marks that can go on to that type of classification, right? And so then with that, okay, God, because people are like, how'd you know all these people? God sent them. So it's like the Noah effect. You build it and they'll come. Right. Yeah. So in her story, like I said, there's 25 women from literally around the world, every continent, except for the one with the penguin.
Antarctica, you said.
I can't get the penguin to talk yet.
Can't get the penguin to talk.
I can't get the penguin to talk yet. So give me that story, that. Yeah, whatever. The little thumping sound.
There you go. Yeah.
Little thumping sound. And so then that led to, it just led to my whole world. So then we have him story. And people's like, you mean his story? I'm like, no. Him. This is how God gave it to me.
Okay.
Him story. These are kings that show up honorable, intelligent, and mature.
Yeah.
I'm buying that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that.
Yes. So because a safe space was created to allow them to share, to talk about that pinnacle moment that allowed him to be him, truly him.
Oh wow.
And they couldn't be him until they were her. See this play on words, right?
Ooh.
So it has nothing to do with gender, because they had to have been healed from something. Because nobody's storyless. Nobody. I'm talking to you. Nobody's storyless. Somebody has a story. Everybody has a story. So led to this him story. And then it's like, okay, I had women in the folds like, I'm ready. And here's the thing. A lot of the women that are in the books came to me. And then there were some that God told me to go get.
Okay, so these are anthologies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Told me to go get. And so we are here today because this queen to my right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I had to get her to be in her story too.
Yeah.
And her story too, play on words again, together overcoming obstacles. So the thing is, none of this would have even, God already knew this was supposed to happen. I had no clue that any of this was going to take place.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't make that change and that choice,
Mhm.
because see, when you can change your life, when you have a different mindset, you talk about mindset. I'm big on mindset.
Mhm.
Mindset is literally everything to me, because you have to change your mind.
Mhm.
The renewal of your mind is everything. And it changed the way you walk, it changed the way you talk, it changed your content, it changed everything. So if I didn't go through that space, you get rid of doubt, because you can't doubt anything. Because if you do, or if you always say, oh, I can't believe this, or I got to process this, there's nothing to process. Because when you do, doubt kicks in. Then you start talking to yourself and thinking, oh no, oh yeah, so that's what was happening with this her. And I'm like, what, you want me to do what? No, I don't do that. I don't write books. No, I don't do that. And God kept telling me, yeah, you do. And so as I start growing and understanding and being obedient to what I was being told, following the instructions, following the signs, following what I was hearing, following what I was feeling, then it was like, okay. And then God was pleased. It's like, okay, I've been waiting for you. So, and at the right appointed time. And that was the time. And it just opened up to this whole world that, like I said, I thought I was just going to be doing that one book. And it turned into 3, 4, 5 in tow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
To the point now where 2 of the authors, one in this one, in the first one.
Hold it up.
Oh yeah. One in the first book.
Help you out there.
Thank
there
you.
you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
We made Cam.
So this is her. So one in this book, and then, oh, I'm sorry, making all this noise, and then her 2. And then you can see the women on the back. We had a nice little banner, but we couldn't do it. So
front quick.
Say it again.
Oh yeah, that one right there. That middle.
Yeah,
that middle.
Listen, y'all got all this. Listen, y'all, let me tell you, this is a whole situation in here.
We give y'all a setup here.
This is a whole setup. I got camera to my left, camera to my right. I got camera to the front. I got lights on. I'm about to pull my fan out. I'm sweating. I got TVs over here. I don't know where I'm looking. I don't know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I talk to you? Do I look? But if I look at you, then that camera's getting on the side. So I gotta look at. I'm confused, y'all.
Yeah.
It's all right. Just be natural, sister.
I'm trying to.
It's okay. We got all this in the back over here.
But you should just sit and talk. And I'm just saying, now I gotta see. Here's the thing. That's the see. Here, you know why? You know why? That's the producer in me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
I got you. See, I didn't know that about you, ma'am.
Yeah,
I would have just kept my mouth shut.
We're gonna get into that.
Yes, we're gonna get into that filmmaking.
Once you do this film,
Yeah.
I can't watch.
You can't. Yeah,
I hear you.
Me either. Yeah.
Everything is.
I understand. Yeah.
Everything.
And I understand.
Everything.
Is
And you can see how they did it. You be like, oh, I see how they did that.
Yeah, like trust and believe. When I came to him, I was like, I was like, oh, okay, I see. I was already scoping everything. Like, oh, okay, okay, cool. All right. So anyway, so back to the task at hand. So between, like I said, the her story, him story, her story too. I've been blessed to be able to have 2 of the authors, one in each of the books, was like, you know what, I'm ready to do my own.
Okay.
Now. So even though God knew they had this book in them, but whatever it was, so God has to send vessels through. I always say that I know I'm a vessel. Nothing is being done through me. Nothing. By me. Going back to what she's saying, I know it's not me. I know that I'm being used as a vessel.
Exactly.
So I'm clear on that, right? So between the 2, they have asked me, and I'm like, graciously, yes, to write the foreword on their books.
know.
Okay.
So not once, but twice.
Okay.
So we're in the process of, not once, but twice.
Yeah.
So shout out to Alexandria from the beautiful island of the Bahamas.
Come on now from the Bahamas.
Okay.
From the Bahamas.
Bahamas in the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Bahamas in the house. And then also all the way up in near Albany, New York. We had also former RockTruth.
Come on now.
Sheena Goodine.
Come on. Goodine. Yep.
Goodine.
Dr. Sheena.
Sheena.
Dr. Sheena. Goodine. Queen.
Goodine.
Yeah.
I told her
Yes.
when I had to say her name, I got to do this. Goodine.
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 Goodine, mate.
A car goes, meow.
Uh-huh.
So I got to go, Goodine.
Okay.
I gotta add it. I have to.
Good
I
eye.
like that. You gotta have a British accent though. Good
Yeah,
job, mate.
because that's good day.
Either way.
You down under. Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta show you
Okay.
the spelling of her name, and then you're gonna go, oh, okay.
You gonna say that's why?
No, it's gonna throw you.
It's gonna throw you all the way
Okay,
off.
let me see.
Yeah,
It's gonna throw you all the way. Nobody.
So,
No,
so this is her name. Read her name.
Shayna Gordine,
Nope.
but it's not
Nope.
Gordine, it's
That ain't
Gordine.
it.
And it's not.
That ain't it.
And it's not Shayna. It's Sheena.
That's Sheena.
That's Sheena.
Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me give me this book.
That's Sheena.
Can you turn my microphone up a little bit?
Talking
Can you
about.
turn my microphone up?
Yes. Where you at?
Because I don't know. Turn the gain up. Make sure I don't know what I gotta do. I don't know. Maybe turn the sound in the headphones up too, so I can hear myself.
Doctor, we saw her.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all.
Trying to educate people.
Yes.
Okay, Doctor.
Doctor.
Sheena
Sheena.
Gordine.
No, that ain't it. It's Goodine.
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 Oh.
Goodine.
Lose the
Like
R.
Goodine.
Goodine.
Look. Goodine.
That's
Oh.
it.
Okay. Dr.
She been trying to
Sheena
teach you the whole time.
Goodine. All right, I did it. Okay, I did it. Okay. All
Because
right.
if you don't do that, it doesn't come
It doesn't
out.
come out
It
right.
really doesn't.
It doesn't. You gotta
Because
go,
I was
Goodine.
ready to call this
Listen.
woman Shayna Gordine.
Girl,
Yeah.
who you thought? What you thought
From
we was
New
gonna call her?
You look like a Shayna. You don't look like Shayna. You look like a Shayna Gordine. Okay.
Promise you that.
All right.
We had a whole conversation about that
okay.
the other day. So
Okay.
I
Well,
believe this would be acceptable.
well, I'm honored to be in this conversation of correction today.
She said she's been getting this all her life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Sheena.
Good day. Shout out to you,
Good
Miss
day.
Sheena, and congratulations again, Queen.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Fresh out of Rock Truth
Fresh out.
by way of New York. In New York, baby, we all over this place.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, where we go? We just went on a whole name.
They wanted you to sign.
Yeah.
Author.
So, okay.
Mhm.
So, both of them we've already did their books. They both were bestsellers.
Mhm.
Woo-hoo.
Woo!
And so
Okay.
now they're like, you know what? I got the next one. See, here's the thing: is just like with this, when you finally release the fear, like we go back to what Peter, when you finally release the fear,
Mhm.
and you finally release the doubt, and you reach to the hand that's out to you and trust.
Mhm.
Regardless of the storm that's around you, regardless of the mess, regardless of what you're thinking,
Mm.
when you say, like, I got you,
Mm-hmm.
just come on.
Mm-hmm.
And just come on. And all you gotta do is take that first step. That's it.
Yeah.
Her story was my first step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The next step, him story. Let me show this to the king.
Let's get that.
There you
We
go.
gotta close the
Get that.
camera. Yep.
Bam.
Yep.
Him
That's a
story.
good camera. Uh-huh.
Him story.
Show them
Bam.
kings.
Look
Show
at
them
the
kings.
kings.
Look at the whole
Look at the
kings right
kings.
here in the
Hold-
building. Ain't nobody playing.
Yeah.
We got kings out here.
Yeah, you want to hold this.
I'm a whole yeah, I want some of this energy here. Shoot. Let me see
The
what's going on.
The power.
I felt it.
Yes.
I
because
felt
here's the
got a
thing, listen.
shando in my
All that. So, listen, that ain't right. So no, but with this, I mean, even though
Mhm.
I'm loving my queens, my
Yeah.
BSAs, because we're all best-selling authors.
Yeah.
We go through this ride, and we've all had a tremendous journey. And
Yeah,
it
man.
continues.
Yeah, man.
It's a whole community.
Yeah.
It's literally it's family.
It
Mhm.
is.
You know, like
Yeah.
even I'll just make a little plug, because one of the questions that was asked yesterday after the film when my film screening, we'll get to that.
We will get to that. You got to hear about this.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But one of
Yes.
the questions was, why Gary?
Yeah.
Why not Gary?
Why?
Come
Why
on,
not
teach.
Gary? Yeah,
Shoot.
I
Teach.
could agree.
Teach.
But I'm gonna tell you, when she had said why Gary,
Mm-hmm.
it's because of this one.
My queen.
Because she's planted here.
Yeah.
She's the seed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that needed to bring me here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because trust and
I
believe,
see.
I was trying to come last
year. Same time.
Okay.
Same time.
Really?
Had the flight and everything.
Everything. Yep.
Everything.
Everything.
And then it just wasn't it.
No.
Wasn't the right timing.
Okay.
And then
Look at God.
Look at all the way God. And so the seeds.
Man.
So at the appointed time, I was ready. But
Yeah.
I was like, no, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. So with this, here's the thing, everyone. When I say, with this hymn story, this one right here,
I bet
it's I'm seeing the power, like you said, the power
that
this has, because we have this women, queens. I'm just gonna call us out. Bear with me.
Okay.
We think that, we say why men don't talk. We think y'all don't talk.
Oh, we talk.
No. Let me.
Girl, go ahead. I'm sorry. That's just me being a man. I'm sorry.
You got to hear it from a queen. They got to hear it from a queen. They got to hear it from a queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, queen. So I'm saying, the whole premise is, men don't talk. Like, why men don't talk? And then I say, but are you listening?
Jeff has left. Everybody, Jeff has left the building. Somebody check security. See if he is down by gate 2. Jeff has left. Drop the mic. We gotta go. RockTruth is on fire currently. She has set us ablaze. We may need to go ahead and extinguish this fire. But are you listening?
Okay, let me sit back. Are you listening? Are we? I'm sorry, and I'm gonna put it. It's even better.
Because he's a runner. He's a track star.
Yes.
He's gonna run away when it gets hot. Yo, hey, come back.
But are we? And I'm talking to the queens.
Yeah.
Are we listening?
Teach now.
I know. Finally,
you back?
We back.
Back.
Okay.
Back to the regular schedule program.
Program. All right, sir.
Well, I'm sure.
You all right?
Wait, I gotta catch this.
Yeah, please.
I didn't breathe. Look, I didn't breathe.
Hold on.
I'm here.
Pause.
Okay, I'm pausing.
I know it's being recorded.
Yes.
It's still gonna be here.
You bad. You are
It's still gonna be here.
Get your footage. Get your B-roll.
Can I tell y'all something?
Please.
Yes, please.
This woman has asked a question that men have been asking each other for quite some time now.
Ooh-wee.
And for her to bring it, to the forefront in this book,
show him.
I will be purchasing this right now. Where the cash at? Where the PayPal? Where that?
Where's it at?
Because I'm ready.
Take my money.
You about to take all my money.
Take my money.
All
What else
this
you got?
money.
But you got up and ran. Why?
I got up and ran because with these, like I said, that is a question. Are they listening? Are women listening? Are people listening to men and what they are saying?
Yeah.
I feel that, and I'm gonna just be real brief with this. I just feel that there are times where men have done so much and have been given back so little for the amount of effort. Now, men have created their own recognition. You know what I mean? We've created our own platforms, our own things. But for somebody to reciprocate that back to us in words and to say that they understand it and why, I've always felt that was lacking.
Yeah.
So for you to say that, girl,
you got to, we'll see all that. Okay, sit all the way. I need you to sit all the way back.
All the way back?
Yeah, all the way back for right now.
What you about to say?
Oh my God.
Really run. I need you to sit all the way back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Right,
Let me just it's okay. Everybody can hear me. Go ahead.
So, and it's going to tie into what you just said.
Come on.
That the reason why, even though I was doing her story, it was all about women, and I still have men. I have my love for men, but it was calling me so hard. I mean, to the point where I got into the essence of a man to fully understand what it takes to be a man and a black man. So let me just explain, because people probably like, even your eyebrows are like, okay, where are you coming? So I had, because of this men don't talk, this, air quote, we believe men don't talk. And so I had a panel that talks about that. I have it's a panel that I do. It's my jam, it's my thing that I do at my conference. And I heard everything that you, were saying.
Mhm.
And the reason why I'm saying you, because when I say that the kings all spoke in unison,
Mhm.
in my mind, in a woman's mind, I said, oh, married men think different than single men. Single men, stop. I told you.
Go ahead, girl. Just go ahead. Say
He
it.
gonna run.
Single, he's a run.
He gonna
He's a
run.
track
I told
star.
you what he
Single,
was.
and then after this, then I'm gonna let you do your holy dance.
Okay.
Single men think differently than someone who was previously married, someone who's been divorced, someone who got divorced, remarried. So in any event, I had 6 kings on the panel, all representing each one of those status.
Okay. Okay.
Because in my mind,
Yeah,
it's going to get a different opinion,
Mhm.
different ways of thinking,
Mhm.
different what. Because like I said, y'all don't talk. But when I tell you, when I asked them, they was like, "Oh no, they all came to the panel, and they all had a lot to say."
Mhm.
So I listened,
Mhm.
and I really listened.
Mm.
And when I heard these 3, then I gotta look you in your eye. I
Mhm.
have my camera over there, and I know it's there and everywhere else. But I'm gonna tell you the 3 things that I heard.
Okay.
And, that you're dealing with so much out in the world
Mhm.
that your job, you're trying to fight all of the things out there, and your job is you're just trying to fight your way to get back home
You ain't lying.
to your queen.
Mhm.
And then you get home and there's no peace.
Just keep going. Just keep
Okay.
going. Just keep going.
So
Just keep talking.
with that, the men
Mhm.
all spoke.
Yeah.
For all the men.
Mhm.
And I heard that in this world, you don't feel one of 3 things.
Mhm.
Seen, heard,
Mhm.
and most importantly, respected.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Because it's hard. Oh my Jesus. And when I say this as a man and I say it's hard, it's not saying that I'm not saying that I can't do it, because I have done it. You know, I was married before, married again. And even like you said, with the same mentality, and it's true. If you single, you married, been divorced, all men, we have the same mentality. Because that is how we are wired. That's how we're programmed. We are to be providers, protectors, fixers, problem solvers. Women, if you think that's going to change from every man that you get to, it's not going to change. That is how we are designed. So if you don't like it, you just better off being single. You just better off being single. If you don't want nobody to compliment you, that's going to help, that's going to aid, that's going to actually try to insert himself in your life for better, it is just best that you remain single. And just say that you're not ready for that.
Yeah, please.
Because if a man gets his heart broken in that state, that is what makes it hard for us to repeat the process. Exactly. That's what makes it hard. Right. And a lot of times we're presented these things of saying that a woman does want this, but then when it comes to actually doing it, those are 2 different aspects of life.
No, absolutely.
2 different views, 2 different opinions, because everybody can talk a good game. And I always say this to women all the time. And that Mary, I've said this to you plenty of times about women, that some women say they want a Christian man and they want somebody to do these things, but until he's there and he's doing it, then it comes off as controlling.
Yeah.
Now it comes off as, oh, you making the wrong decisions. Well, I'm trying to trust God. If I'm trying, and like I even say this to my wife all the time, sometimes trusting God looks naive because you don't know the next step. I said this, you can either be in quicksand or you could be on solid ground. But I have to have enough faith to know what, with me leading my wife or family or anything, that if I step into quicksand and if I make that wrong turn, God can pull me right out of that.
Yeah.
And if I walk right on the solid ground, God is going to keep me on that solid ground. But both directions, whether right or wrong, I still have to trust, regardless of how it looks in your eyes. Girl, I wanted to run.
I know you did,
but I had to. But
that's why I told you to sit off.
Girl,
because you was about to.
Because you did. There's just not a lot of women you come across that say those words. There's not a lot of women you come across that are willing to see that part of men.
Right.
So that is why. Oh, I'm so glad I came today, Jesus, because that's the thing. because it's that part right there. That's what we sit down and we talk about. That's what we discuss, and it's interesting because you watch all the black movies and everything about, and there's a difference between the men and the women. Usually the women come together in these movies. They talk about, well, these men don't do nothing right, but then when the men get together, it's like, man, you see how they playing the game, man. You just trying to provide. So that's how it seems like it goes, and it's depicted in these movies. Some of it is real life. Some of it is a dramatization, because it's a movie. But when you look at the root part of it, the conversation, that's how we roll.
So here we go with this. Now, you can't have him without her.
True.
And you can't have her without him. And so now it's clearer to me why God orchestrated it the way he did. Because like I said, when I tell you I wept when we saw the Luther's thing, I wept about this. Well, God was on my spirit.
Okay.
And he sent me to get the kings that are in this book. So because of the point in their life, and it's like, okay, him, even to the point where one of the kings that's not in this one, but will be in a future one, or maybe his assignment was just to give me the correct title.
Oh, yeah, that's
right?
True. That's
right?
true.
Just maybe to give me the correct title, because when I talked to him about what the intention was, and at first I had, because, we got healed. So I'm going to play back on healed.
Yeah.
And he checked me and he says, you know what? Men don't respond to healed. Men will respond to honorable, because we think we are. This is coming from a king.
Yeah.
He said, because we think we are. He's like, I like intelligent. And then I said, oh, a man of valor. Because that's, a man of God. We're going to do this thing. We're going to tie all this together. He was like, I put matured. He said, because we think we're mature too. If you want this to reach because this is for you guys. We just get the residual. It's like you make like Dunkin' Donuts, no plug, but whatever. That's why I'm trying to turn my cup.
Oh, you fine, girl.
It's all
girl,
right.
It's fine.
So, they make the donut.
Yeah.
And then they were throwing away the middle dough. And then someone said, oh, we could still use this. It's still valuable. It's just in a different form. Now it's the donut holes. So this is the donut.
Okay.
For the men. Because when I told them, so when you're writing this story, you're writing it for a young king who doesn't have a male figure in their life, and for an OG who just never got the memo.
I like that.
That's who you're writing it for, because I need for whatever that was that switched in your life, whatever that her moment was for you. Yeah. Because they had to heal from something. They had to be empowered.
That's
they had
true.
to be resilient.
That's true.
To make a choice to show up honorable, because you can say you're honorable, but if you're not showing up,
that's true,
as an honorable vessel,
that's very true.
If then your intelligence will allow you to respond to the world opposed to react. There's a difference. Listen to respond, not react. Listen to understand.
Thank you. Can I? Come here. Because these are things that I say.
Always bring it in.
Ma'am, these are things that I say.
He's the type of father he is. Come and bring it in.
Understand in order to be understood.
Yes.
That's from Stephen Covey, right? So you have to take this moment. That's why I said, but are we listening? So when I stopped to listen, because people are like, how you get them to talk? I'm like, because I listened. I gave them a safe space.
You just gave them the plug.
Yeah, I just said, here, God told me this is what you have to do. And I'm not going to tell you can't say this, you can't say that. No. No holds bar, because everyone else stifles you. I'm not going to stifle you.
Girl, you
say what you have to say in this book. Say what you have to say.
He's so silly.
Say what's the matters of the heart.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what other people see you, because I've had people come to me and say, you shouldn't have put him in that book. He's not really him. But you're not him for judging him. He's in this book because God told me he needed to be in this book, because everybody has their own walk. Everybody has their own language. Everyone has their own temperament.
That's
everyone
true.
has their own path. So if this is even one of the kings in the book, his title, because when I was like, you're supposed to be in this book, he was like, no. He's like, no, Miss Carolyn Wilson, no, Miss Carolyn. He always called me, no, Miss Carolyn Wilson, no, Miss Carolyn Wilson. and he's like, I'm just aspiring to be him. I said, and that's where not your promise, and that's where it lies.
Yeah.
You're aspiring to be him. So therefore, you need to be in this book, because you're going to reach the kings who are in this space as well, aspiring to be him.
Man.
Right? So I mean, you could just even read the titles out.
Just
the title. No, seriously.
Let me
to the first page and read the
first
title.
page. Okay.
Let's
do this.
Titles.
Let me read these titles.
I know. See, but you can't have him without her, Queen. I know we saw about her. But this all
I don't.
right?
Here's the thing.
Okay,
I can't. There is Adam. There is Adam. He put everything in Adam. That is source, and so we're resource. We are here as incubators. When he said, "Hey, God, it isn't good for man to be alone." He ain't saying by himself. He was cool and content with God. Don't get it twisted. Don't you ever get it twisted, Queen, that you were ever that important or significant to this king. God said, it's not good for him to be alone, but you look at that word, Lord. And this is where wordplay is very imperative. It is not alone to be by yourself. It is all one. It wasn't good for Adam to be all one. So let me think, how am I going to get everything I put into man out of him? Womb man. We are incubators. You give me a word, I'll give you a paragraph. You give me whatever you give me, I'm going to take that thing and I'm going to make
multiply. We multiply.
Come on
Queen,
now.
That's how you do it. I will multiply everything you got.
Woo!
All right. Well,
go. Yeah, we are the kings around here. We are y'all.
Oh, look. Ascension. Your past does not have to dictate your future. Human photosynthesis. Trusting God's process. I like that.
Human photosynthesis.
Yes.
Anybody remember when you heard that word as a child for the first time? Photosynthesis.
You like, what is this?
I'm done.
I'm sorry.
I want that chapter alone.
I need that too.
Human photosynthesis.
Like,
I'm sorry.
That's a whole process.
I'm ready to run.
That's a whole process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold me.
Just the title.
Just the title of that alone.
The title. Who is that man? Say the name. Who is that man?
I'm about to see.
See, you notice I didn't, because I needed people to understand the title.
Yeah.
Not the man.
Exactly.
Girl. What?
But that's Sir Charles.
That ain't average.
Hey,
Sir Charles.
That's Sir Charles.
Sir Charles, we need you on the show.
That is not average.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make that happen.
We need you here because
y'all just probably need to have all the kings on here.
Hey,
we do. Can I read the rest of these?
Yes, go.
Okay, let me. Challenges: how to stay focused through it all without losing your mind. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Jesus, Jeffrey,
you ready to run again, aren't you?
Yo,
keep him still.
Because y'all don't understand.
Because if you come across photosynthesis again, I'm going to lose
y'all
it.
Don't understand. Oh Jesus, didn't see this coming.
Come on.
Meet Julian, straight no chaser.
I love it.
The story of him. Oh, I like. Yes, the story of him. Peace within chaos.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a self-entitled.
Lord. Peace within chaos.
How do you create? Okay, I got pause on that.
Come on.
I got pause.
We can pause. I'm gonna sit it down.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, this is where, when I said we talk about, like, this is October, and it's breast cancer month, but it's also it's also domestic violence awareness.
You said that,
right?
yeah.
So, peace within chaos speaks to the essence of him, because for Queen, then I can speak for myself. I'm a survivor as well, right? And at the time, the men that we're great, because forgiveness is all that. I'm gonna tell you, forgiveness is great. Forgiveness is your currency when it comes to your salvation.
Oh yeah,
right. So, but at the time, I was not fully her.
Okay.
Watch where I'm going with this. He was not fully him because he never went through the process of being her. He never went through that photosynthesis. Right.
Yep.
So when you are him, and because maybe she has not become fully her, but he can then find his own peace in the midst of the chaos. So when you're dealing with a king who has not fully embraced her, there's going to be chaos on both ends.
That is true. I hear you on that.
There's going to be chaos on both ends.
Yeah.
So once again, you can't be him. You need him. Him needs her. Her needs him. You can't be him without her. You can't be her without him. I even show up as him. I have to show up as him.
Okay.
Because I've been her.
You know what?
It's
Come here again. Come here again. Come here. Thank you.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
You have to. I need you though. I need you to please grow deeper with that, because I don't want the misconcept that I'm showing up as a man. I'm not a man.
Yes, that ain't what she talking about.
Yeah, please grow
not
deep with that, because that could be, you could see that as that, and I don't want no act like a lady, think like a man mentality out here.
This ain't none of that.
No, this
that's
ain't
not
nothing
what
to do-
she's saying.
That's not what
she's saying.
That's not what she's saying at all. At all. It's literally it's a being. It's a state of mind.
Yes.
It's a way you show up. Like I said, it's intersexed. Right? There's no gender to this. You are both. We're playing on our own. It's a balance. It's a balance of our masculine and feminine energy.
Yeah.
Right? We all have it. And you have to know, it's like what they say, know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
That's it. Yep. Come on now.
Right? Because as a man, you still go through those emotional moments, and you have emotions because we're human beings.
Facts.
That's it.
And we all have these things. We're all wired similarly. Right? If that's the right word.
No,
but then there's things that makes us different. And okay, so okay, we are we're lunar, right? Women are more lunar. We change. We change. We fluctuate. We have different phases to us. Right? Yeah, we're like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's right. Forrest Gump. You better call Forrest.
That part.
Call him.
Call Forrest. See, but men are very solar. You rise, you set. The sun is gonna rise same time. Gonna set same time.
Yeah.
Very predictable. Like
true.
Very predictable. I mean, seriously.
Very true.
Very predictable.
Very predictable.
Very predictable.
Yeah.
But we're not listening.
Woo.
We're not listening. And listening is not just between your ears.
Yes.
What you see, what you feel, what you hear. It's all the things that you have to put into perspective. And you have to know when to respond if required. It doesn't always have to be a snapback, a flip. See, that's why y'all don't talk, because when we start snapping back, you go, okay, then you already know I'm gonna shut down. And you shut down. So now we don't hear nothing from you. Now there goes the lack of communication. But when we understand there's a balance, so there's a time where, no, the whole thing is you're supposed to lead, we're supposed to follow, but sometimes it may have to be the other way around, where we may have to carry that. So now I have to go into my masculine, and it's okay for you if you're going through a moment to be in your feminine. It's okay. I'm not going to demasculate you.
Exactly.
You're having a time and a moment, and I'm like, okay, then I need to step in. I need to step in. We can't be soft all the time. We can't have two. So then you get people that are in the same frequency together. You're going to clash. So if you're headstrong, because ain't nobody going to tell me what to do, and my father didn't do this, and my dad. And so now you're already bringing that, queen. You're bringing that to the table. And if you're with someone and you want someone hard. Oh, you don't want someone hard. You want someone with, what's the word I'm using? You want someone who can guide and direct you in a proper way. Right? Because they already understand their reason, their purpose, they're settled. Like when you start being able to understand, that's why I said we're the donut holes with this, right? So it's really for you guys, but we, the women, get to gleam off of the understanding of the soul of a man. That, like, when you see this cover, what comes to mind? Because I need you to describe this cover. What? Because there's intention behind this.
Okay.
What does it look? What does it speak to you?
Because I'm trying to look at it all. Okay. I see it. That's a picture of Earth, right? That's the world. That's the man. Oh, the world is on his shoulders.
Does that sum it up?
That sums it up.
Okay.
That sums it up.
So long as we get to understand those things, and then we can be in our space where we can understand, we can be soft when we need to, and we can be stern when we need to, right? But because we understand who we are, when we go through other kinds of trauma and other kinds of things that we've been through, it's because we're carrying somebody else's trauma. We're carrying somebody else's misunderstanding. We're carrying somebody else's stuff. So until you can release that, then you can show up for him. But at the same token, you will be able to truly recognize him, a real him, not one that's pretending to be honorable, pretending to be intelligent, pretending to be mature. That's how we get into this cycle. This is what happens. While you said it just goes with years and knowledge comes more understanding, right? God gives you the understanding. I'm not leaning on my own understanding, but God has given me the understanding and allowed these things to come to play. And I think I saw Allegra. She's a big component of HERSTORY because it's allowing her to even me too. I have a son. How I interact with my son, who is now a grown man. Yeah. So I can't treat him as a boy. I have to treat him as a man. So therefore, I need to listen to him. Even though I'm the mother, and we have in our community, it's like you gotta respect your elders, respect your parents, and there is that there. But there comes a time when I can't cut them off anymore because I got the authority. I'm your mother. I gotta cut. Yeah. Just stop talking. I can't shut you down. I have to now listen. And then when I listen, I get to understand what's going on. So now there's a safe space that when something is going on, now he can just talk to me. Come on now, safe space. Now he can just talk. Those key words. Yeah, key words. And this is what happened with the kings here. So this was the right time. And they all said, matter of fact, all of them, even this one right here said, whoo, this was hard. Like it pulled stuff out. Because it was the right time. It was the right acquired time. Yeah. So once again, you can't have him without her. You can't have her without him. But that peace within chaos ties with the balance between the two. And we're just trying to balance this healed and unhealed versions of ourselves. True. And how we all come together and create a harmonious balance. Yeah. To just be together. Can't have him without her. You can't have her without him. So that peace within chaos, that really sums a lot of this up too, for how a man can show up as him. Yeah. Because you ever see someone that's like, why are you still dealing with her? Because she may be all right, out here somewhere because she's still processing her stuff. Yeah. He's settled enough. He's settled enough to have self-discipline. He's settled enough to respond to the situation opposed to just snap and react. Yeah. Right? And that's usually what we see. And it doesn't necessarily, and I'm not taking up for people, say, oh, they're great people, because some people may or may not be. But I really truly believe that's just me personally, that it's the things that people go through and how they choose to carry them. Like even with me being a survivor of sexual child abuse, my abuse came from my biological father. And I don't fault him for it. Yeah. Because there's something that he went through. That's it. Yeah. It's that simple. So I have to forgive him for not knowing. I mean, yes, he did fail at his duty, the job he was entrusted with, and that was to guide me. Yeah. He did fail at that. There's no doubt about it. However, that he still has other burdens he has to carry. And that's not for me to judge. Exactly. That's not for me to judge, but I understand that he had to go through some things. There's some stories and narratives behind his life that I still don't know all of it, but it would probably attest to why he became who he became because of whatever he was. How we say hurt people. We heard this last night too, right? See, but if you get to a continent of healing, healed people can continue to heal more people. So this is bigger and deeper than just individual. This just like goes out to our whole community, our families, our communities, our world. And if we just have this better understanding of one another, that's the key. It's about understanding. It's about understanding each individual as an individual and what we bring to the king's table, right? Yeah, that's it. That's it. We bring ourselves.
That's it, because you ain't got nothing to bring. You don't own nothing. No, exactly. So you ain't got nothing to bring.
You bring who you are.
Bring who you are.
What? Please come. Even if you don't have the wardrobe, you go back to scripture. If you don't even have your attire, just come. He got attire for you. He don't need you to bring nothing. He ain't asked you for nothing but yourself. And so you're absolutely right. What I love about the chaos and peace, or that it's a form of methodized chaos, and it really aims at the duality of flesh, the spirit and the flesh functioning. And that's what I just hearing out of everything that we've been talking about today. And I thank God for this. It's either you're functioning or you're malfunctioning. And that is unisex.
Oh, yeah.
That's unisex.
Definitely.
That's unisex.
Yeah.
And what comes with it is like, all right, do I trust God or can I trust? No. When you function, trust comes in functionality. You know what I mean? It's all that stuff is coupled inside of it. So you can function within with this chaos that's happening within you because you ain't escaping the flesh with his peace. Exactly. And just growing back to, because I know what kings need. I do hear you, but then I also am here to remind you that you have an authority. You have an authority here. If there isn't peace in your home, you are the reason why peace ain't in your home. Correct it. Why are you with her? Why are you doing like you are the ones who recreate everything. It don't start with us. We just sat here and watched how he made Adam. Adam was kicking it, naming stuff. Where was the queens? So it says a lot about you and your job to recreate the environment that's there. We come along and manage it. I'm to make sure when you go out, everything you said that was supposed to be is exactly how it is. And management isn't doing what you want to do. What you think he'll do is doing exactly what he will do. And if you are unsure, you ask a question. You don't just go and do what you want to do. That's management and stewardship. You can hold him. Don't let him run. Don't let him run. Ask a question, don't you dare.
It's a lot.
So I love this.
All right.
I love this whole little sunbeam thing.
Yes.
That I just
just caught that.
Man, that is. I mean,
shedding light, the color, the prism. It's a prism.
One thing about this, if you look at the camera footage, this one pops so much more than
it does.
It's a prism.
It's
you know,
not a prison.
A prism.
All right, we got less than 30 minutes.
Okay, so finish reading.
We gotta get to this film prep. Yeah, we gotta get through this stuff real quick.
Okay.
So hurry up.
Okay,
go ahead.
What was that?
Peace
Within Chaos. Renaissance Man, Awakening the Giant Within. Oh, that was another one too.
Okay.
But I know we can't. Oh no,
come on. I need.
It's not okay, but I am. It's not. It is not okay.
Okay, yeah,
When I tell y'all, when I tell y'all, there have been so many times when I have said that to myself, because you got to keep it in here, because you can't let it come out. Because if it come out, all that other is going to affect everything else around.
Yep, it's poison, brother.
Ooh, it's like a cancer. If you let that joker come out, okay. Aspiring to be him.
Okay, that was the one guy you was talking about. Okay, okay.
Father versus son. Son versus father. Ooh, I like that.
Life.
That's about forgiveness.
Life.
Yeah.
That's
about forgiveness. That's truly about.
Okay.
Ooh,
I like that.
I can't even. Get
that has to be a redemption story. That has to be.
It's gotta be.
Do you hear that?
It's gotta be.
It has to do about. Oh, wait a minute. Verses. How did he say? He said verses has to do with victory and salvation. That's verses.
Oh wow.
Verses means victory and salvation. So yes, it is a redemption story.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
The legacy within
between a father and a son.
Between the father and son. That's dope. I'm getting this book.
Y'all. Yeah. Come on.
Okay,
come on.
let me keep
any more?
reading.
Yeah. Any more?
The legacy within. Spring forward.
Okay.
Different lenses. A king revealed. I like that. And then we just have the acknowledgement of resources in the books by the author.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like
it. Buyable, guys. Where can these books be purchased, Queen?
What can
Amazon.
Just go to Amazon.
Just go to Amazon. Just go to Amazon. Real quick, as we segment into this last part of the show. Listen, what 3 got all in that thing? The lit trilogy.
It's a trilogy.
Yes.
It's a trilogy.
I see it all.
I
see it all.
This is the order.
It makes sense.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Come
this
on.
is the order. So just because you guys are you guys cover us, you see what happened, right? God allowed us to cover you.
Yep.
You better.
That's how that works.
You better.
Count the number. Count the numbers of covering. Count the numbers of covering.
We covered you.
Queen.
50.
I was just about to say, how many in the show that? Do you understand? To 15 kings.
To 15
to
kings.
15 kings. We see about you. We see about you.
We understand you. We got you.
Sis.
Yeah, that part.
All right, hold on.
That part.
Do you see that?
You see that?
Are we understanding that?
Mm-hmm. It's the
Let me show y'all the back.
The covering.
What?
The covering.
What?
Because God told me I had to cover you.
Mm-hmm.
God said I had to cover you.
I have to. That's my job.
Yes.
That's my job.
Cover you because our families are at stake. Our well-being are at stake.
We at stake.
We are at stake.
Come on.
The covering.
Yeah.
The covering.
Yeah.
There's a whole we just want to let this.
Yeah, we gonna have to because we're not gonna get to your film, and I got a quick clip.
Yes,
we're not gonna get to your film, but I'm with God.
Yes, I'm glad when
exactly because
this is always timely.
This is right here.
This is right here. When I tell you every continent, as I'm looking, we have New Zealand, we have Hong Kong. We have Kenya, we have London, we have Guyana, which is in South America, not Ghana, you guys.
I'm ghetto. I'm ghetto. I like Ghana. Go ahead.
Okay. We have Bahamas, we have Barbados, we have wait a minute.
UK,
Argentina, UK. I said London. We have Argentina. We have Peru. We have Puerto Rico.
Hey, Puerto Rico.
Yeah. So we have. I mean, like worldwide
coverage. This is nationwide. Can't be on your side if Carolyn Wilson ain't in it.
That part.
I'm trying to tell you.
That part. All different backgrounds, all different belief systems, all different ages. We have Muslims, we have Christians, we have new age or what. It's down in New Zealand. They have different. I can't remember what the belief is. We have Hindu. So I'm telling you but we all understood the assignment.
I could tell.
I love it. I love it.
Understood the assignment. And that's all when I decided to take God's hand.
All right, guys, we have to move forward real quick. Let's go ahead and grow into this clip. Miss Carolyn is part of the Gary International Black Film Festival that is occurring this weekend at IUN. There is still an event today. They're going to be interviewing Fred the Hammer Williamson, man. That's a legend for us, man. One of the OGs, one of the original OGs for our area. So let's go ahead and play this clip. Her film was screened yesterday at IUN, and we got the privilege to watch. So I did some recording while we were there just to get that beginning clip. So let's go ahead and do that.
The sound. Can you hear the sound? Roaring inside like a waterfall, yet no one can hear you at all. Your cries go silent without a sound, like the water that's flowing until it calms down, never to be heard at all. This is the night that changed my life. I remember that night, driving late at night to STM, pulling up into the parking lot, this brand new building with the moon shining above, with the lights so bright. Going into a bright waiting room that was white, full of light, with a glass window where someone said, just take a seat. I remember sitting in that room, feeling so alone, feeling so afraid, nervous, and yet ready. To tell my story once again.
arts. And Carolyn Wilson, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on 5 years of the Celebrating the Women's Conference and Expo happening right now until 1 p.m. is when you have an opportunity to get your tickets at the Sugar House Casino. Continue success and blessings to you.
Thank you so much for having me on, and I want to bless everyone out there that's listening. Have a wonderful, amazing Sunday.
Woo! Yeah. Nah, what y'all thought y'all was gonna get to see it? What you thought you was gonna get to see it?
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was.
I bet you don't. I bet it is available online. Queen, you are a filmmaker.
Yes.
The Good Life. Talk about it.
Ooh, yes, thank you. To God be the glory. He allowed me to become a filmmaker. I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was going to be an art. I didn't know it was going to be an author. I didn't know it was going to be a filmmaker. Yeah. I didn't know all these things. But the placement, God placed me in the right place at the right time. It was almost like, when he sent Ruth out into the field, it just placed me there. And this film really, it's been seen all around the world because once again, God is telling me literally to pollinate the world. The message behind it is called The Good Life. You can make a change with a choice. I know you don't like that word.
No, it's okay. No, go. Listen, I said my piece. I put forth the RockTruth challenge. I challenge you all. Go for it. Now go ahead. Go ahead. I'm here for it. You know I am.
Oh man.
RockTruth.
Hey, or
nothing.
That's it. That's true.
So yeah, because literally, once again, it's the choice to no longer carry someone else's burden. And so it's literally about, because people go, the good life. And then when they read the narrative, because it's about it following a woman's journey, a pinnacle moment, following a woman's journey. And there's a pinnacle moment in her life where she made a choice to change her life. And that woman is me. So I had to make a choice to, Joyce Myers. I love, if you follow Joyce Myers, she is so witty and so matter of fact with her teachings. Right? Yeah. It's her language. But she has this one quote that says, you can be powerful or you can be pitiful. You can't be both.
Oh, I know that's right.
So either you can choose to walk in your power and allow that power to grow because the seeds have already been planted. Because we're already powerful vessels and beings. We just may not know it based on life circumstances. So we trust the situation and the circumstances opposed to what God is saying, right? Opposed to allowing that peace to be within you in the midst of your chaos.
Come on now. Come on.
Allowing you to be able to magnify your essence in the midst of your mess.
Come on now.
Right? That's literally what this is, because you have to get to a point that says, okay, there has to be more. Because I know for myself, I kept going, there has to be more to my life. Yeah. There has to be more than what's on the surface. It does not make sense. I need you to show me why this doesn't make sense to me. How is it that I'm able to function and be on this area, but then over here, it just never matched. Like here it is, I was serving on boards. I was actually a president of a board of an organization. Matter of fact, making history, right? Becoming the first African-American to be the chairman of the board for an organization that was well over 100 years old, right?
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, awesome. How did I get into this position and placement? Because God had to sit me at the table. He had to show me everything. And so now we get to the point where I sit at the table whether I'm invited or not.
There you go.
I'm not afraid to sit at any longer, right? Yeah. I will place myself at the table, and then you're wondering, well, what you doing here? Because I belong here.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Because I belong here.
Yeah.
So, but it took some time to really get to that point and to know that, you know what, you can have a good life. I know those things happen to me, but they happen through me.
Now,
just like waste. You eat, like I'm drinking and I'm eating. It's about to go. It's going to go through the process, the metamorphosis in my body.
What?
And it's going to come out either as solid or liquid.
There you go.
You see how simple it is.
But it's real simple.
Very simple.
Very simple. It's going to keep what it needs and
waste
and expel what it needs to expel.
Exactly.
That's what it does.
It's no longer required.
What you say in a form of a solid or a liquid? That's
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is what it is.
But we choose to stay backed up. We choose to hold on to it. We choose to keep all the, and then we wonder why we feel impacted. Why we feel full, why we feel sick, why we feel, because it's no longer required. We extracted what we needed. And that's even if you gave yourself the right thing.
Now teach.
If you gave yourself the right thing. Even if a lot of things you still even consume was never meant for human consumption.
Come on,
You're
teach,
right.
please,
never
God.
meant for human
Please, God.
consumption.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can't even be nourished or replenished. So that's why it holds on to all the junk. It holds on to all, and that's the trauma. We hold on to the drama.
There you go, Queen. There you go.
We hold on. That wasn't an accident.
I already know. I know what's happening over here. I feel it.
I just kept going. I said, because that's the drama that happens in our lives.
Yeah.
It's because of the trauma. And it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
It's a domino effect until you have to say enough is enough. You recognize we ignore those things inside because innately we already know. We already know.
Teaching.
Yeah, we don't want to acknowledge what we already know.
Acknowledge what we already know.
Teach.
That's where we have to get off all of the. Here's the funny part. My favorite song on the Wiz, Come Now. I really love it now.
Woohoo! I know that. Right, and we gonna get into that. Come on, sing, Queen.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Yeah.
Brand new day. Because it's like all the stuff that's on you.
Yeah.
It's all stuck to you.
Yeah. It is
stuck to you. It changes you. It weighs you down. You don't even look like yourself. You look like a monster.
I know, right?
You respond like a monster. You don't even understand your purpose, and you're just kind of slugging around, and you know the chain, and you're following the wrong type of master now because you don't even understand your presence. You don't understand your power.
Come on, that's it.
But it's not until those things are removed, then it starts to fall
off,
and then you can start to crack and break through and start doing all, and then start to stretch and start understanding why I was being constrained. Like this stretch feels good too, right? Like it feels really good.
Exactly.
And then you realize it's a brand new day.
There it is.
It's a good day.
That transformation from the caterpillar to the butterfly.
That metamorphosis again, right?
Yep. Metamorphosis.
Yeah. Or even the rocket. When you were talking about the falling away, as you continue to grow up, right, or mature, certain stuff, the weather itself, whether this or whether that, is going to change your composition.
You become an eagle and no longer a crow.
And you can't take all
that. It is.
You become an eagle and no longer a crow.
That's it.
An eagle can soar higher than any.
That's right. You ain't flying no more. You soaring.
You ain't flying no more. You soaring. You soaring. So you ever see they say, well, you know, if crow, what an eagle does when a crow gets on the eagle's back, and try to mess with it, peck with it. The eagle just goes, okay, I got you.
I'm gonna go high.
I got you, King. Because you can't breathe up here.
You can't breathe.
Exactly.
You can't breathe up here.
You can't.
Queen.
Exactly.
Queen.
Yep.
Listen. And the representation of the crow versus the eagle is death versus life. And the reason why you're dead,
you got to fall off.
You can't breathe. Breathing is the functionality of life. I don't care if your heart good, your lungs, if you have no breath in you, dead. Queen, you better do it one more time. I'm doing.
For the hood people out there, the Rick Ross. So y'all know what they're talking about.
Teach.
Just so y'all understand.
Thank you for dialect. It's imperative. Teach, sis.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're gonna let that sit right there. Sometimes,
that's heavy.
Sometimes we gotta have the pause and the silence. Wait a minute.
Ooh, that was an Anna Luther.
Yeah. So if you were uncomfortable with that silence, oh, that means you're uncomfortable with yourself.
With yourself.
You better say that one more time for the people. Can you say that one more time for the people?
You're uncomfortable with that silence, that pause. That pregnant pause. We took time, right?
Yeah.
Then you're uncomfortable with yourself.
Teach your whole self.
your whole self.
Oh my God, Queen.
So many nuggets, so many.
It's a lot. We are getting down to our wire. I know.
I need to know when she coming back.
No. She different. She can't. You listen. You better be careful what you asking for.
I want on my show.
I do want you to. You have. I
need a G.
I know you do, King. And when I tell you, listen. Just enjoy everything on the way down is what I'm telling you. She's going to karate kick you out of the door. Karate kick. Don't you can go ahead and be like, I ain't ready. She just smiling. Yes. Next, she looks for other victims.
Oh, wait.
Who's next?
She said, "Why they gotta be victims?
I don't know.
Why you gotta put me out there like that?"
Initially, right? Other vessels. I like that one. Initially, it felt like you a victim. You be like, ah, and she just working past you doing flips and stuff. You just be like, why is she flipping, Lord Jesus? I'm scared. I am fearing, and she is flipping. What is wrong here? But yes, vessels is a grander term when you can see God in what she just did when she kicked you.
Oh yeah.
So we got to acknowledge your queen that's right here. I know we talked about the film and we talked about, we told to tie all this in.
Yeah.
But the film, once again, it's The Good Life.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a good life after past trauma and abuse.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I said, people when they hear the title and they're like, what? And they're not comprehending it. But when you get to watch it, which you can still watch it on the Gary International Black Film Festival. It airs today.
Yes.
Okay.
There's if you just go to their website, you can go. I think it's under Overcoming. I believe that's the segment.
The segment part. Yeah.
Or you just look for The Good Life, and then you can see the screening choices. We already did the live screening yesterday.
Yes.
And today, and I believe tomorrow, or at least it's a 24-hour pass or something like that. You get my film and another film, and I believe her film is called It only took him 4 times to hit me or something like that. So, but it's both of our films in this package. I mean, basically peruse all the films. A lot of the films are amazing. We saw some great films.
Man, did we not, Queen?
Yes. So then also there's an interview that you get a bonus interview because myself and a couple other filmmakers, we got together and we talked about this whole thing with overcoming different types of trauma, but really truly mental illness and mental health in the communities. And that's what we talked about. So it's really powerful. So if you want to see the film, you already got a snippet, a little longer than Comfort, but she could just give me the trailer,
right?
But I would have given her the trailer.
You know what? I wasn't thinking until we got here, and I was like, oh, I could use because I'm making clips for you. So I was like, yo, that'd be good.
It's almost like yesterday. She was like telling people, Sony gave this to us, and I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of footage she giving away.
That's a lot.
But she gave you a teaser, right? And that's fine. That's fine. Right? It's all in love. But you can go to the festival because I'm here because of the festival. Please go and check out the Gary International Black Film Festival here.
Yes.
And you can go to their website. It's GaryBlackFilmFest.org. Look for The Good Life.
Come on.
And then you can grow from there and you can watch my film along with any other films that you would want to watch.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, you can just always go to thegoodlife.com. And then you'll have all the information. You can stay in contact with me and thus forth. So I'm glad that I'm here. The reason why I'm here is because of Selena.
My queen.
And because of Selena, Mary Kay, she got so many different names.
It depends on, you better question who you got.
And y'all know who y'all have. And y'all know she's special. You know she's anointed. And you know she's chosen in her world. That she's giving us a different perspective. Because once again, when I say we got to meet people where they're at, we're never dumbing anyone down, but everyone has a different language. Everyone has a different way of their interpretation and what their assignment is. So her assignment is she's challenging the status quo. And I'm gonna tell you from a editing standpoint, this John, I'm gonna say John, I'm from Philly, so we got this called John. A John is a person, place, a thing. It's a noun, it's a verb, it's all of those things. JAWN. So if you ever try to use the dialect, use it properly.
Say it again.
It's
John.
Like John, right?
John.
Like I'm a John. This is a joint.
That's a joint.
This a joint.
A joint.
She a joint.
I'm a joint.
He a joint. Sometimes it depends, but you know, it's a person place the thing. Right? It's a person place the thing. Like, man, when you try to describe something or someone, it's a joint. So please use it in the right. Put some respect on our name.
Come on,
there you go. So okay, so her chapter. Okay, so you know. We got to understand that different languages are different languages, but her title is #Heal Don't Cope, Rethink, Relearn, Retrain, and Return Your Mind/Heart to Him. And it's this story, little T, capital H.
You know how it go.
Little I, capital S. TORY.
All strategic, baby.
All strategic. Very, very. You got to really pay. It's almost like reading King James Bible.
You better teach because you got to
see that. Yeah, I can see that.
When you read, but when I tell you it's dope, it has power behind it. You just have to get through because it's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing incorrect about it. There's nothing like, well, what's the spell check? There is no spell check for that. See, you know, when you got something that, the world, God gives you things that people never see. I'll give you this. When I go and I do my events, because I also have a women's conference about to happen.
Yes.
In December.
Yes.
Philly, December 14th.
Yes.
We'll go to bit.ly/
Shout it out.
CYWC 2024. Get you all the information. Come to Philadelphia. Have a grand on time. This is the 10th year. And I go to a place and they want to know the floor plan. They want to know, okay, well, they'll give me a blueprint of something of how the thing should run, the run a show or whatever, the setup. And I'm like, they said, well, we normally do it like this. And I said, and there lies the problem.
Exactly.
And there lies the problem. Okay.
So I challenged them, and every time they're like, we've never seen anything like this. I say, good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be, because this is how God gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. I'm like I said, like we talk, I'm a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So yeah. So I think that's all I got for right now.
Yeah.
But other than thank you, Queen, for having me on here. Thank you, King.
Yeah.
And I hope this has blessed you. But we are also here once again. I had to shout out SelenaKay. She is the reason why I'm here. She is the reason why I chose to enter the Gary International Black Film Festival after leaving the Essence Festival. I made it to the Essence Festival, y'all. And then I said, you know what? God said there's more. Okay. Went on and this was available. I did some research. I said, well, Selena's there. I suppose it, and I'm here.
That's it.
Right? Because everything is strategically aligned at the appointed time.
Mm-hmm.
At the appointed time.
Very much so.
And so we were coming here to do a book signing, a book celebration. So I'm going to segment this. I know it's not my show, but this is what I got to do, right?
Yes.
So we are here to really talk about her story too, as well.
Yeah.
In addition to my film, because of SelenaKay, Mary Kennedy, who you guys know and love for RockTruth. So this is her. So if you want this book, she has 5 books, but I'm thinking what my spirit is telling me, and she can do this. I don't know how she want to do it, but one of y'all going to get a copy of this book.
Hey,
so
free, drop it in.
How?
Hey.
No.
Go ahead.
So what's the key word, or what's the thing you want them to do so you can raffle it off to your listeners? What's the time frame? Like, this is for you, Queen. So you give one of these away to your listeners, your loyal listeners that come and tune in to you, whether they're on the replay or whether they're watching live. This should be a gift to them. And then any other the book that you got 5 on it. So for one of them, we're gonna give away. You can keep one for yourself. You do whatever you need to do, but these books are staying with you, Queen, because this is now your space. That's why I brought the fine sparkly, because now we got to celebrate you,
my queen.
We got to celebrate you and being a best-selling author. We have to. I mean, thank you for edifying me, but now it's time to edify you.
Yeah.
You know, by being obedient, like God told me to come and get you, right? Yeah. Because you had this to share. Yeah. You had this in your heart, and then right after this, I'm seeing all these other things. like opening up and changing. Like you had the cafe, you had this, you had the, you were doing the kuka while you were doing it. And now everything landed on really Rock Truth, because this is the foundation. And even though you had all these different elements to it, it still came back to the foundation. Full circle to Rock Truth for nothing at all. Right. And so now this is where you're at. This is because you had to retrain yourself. You wrote the blueprint for people in this book, for the people around the world. So I'm here to sell it, because this is why I was coming last year to do this, to celebrate you. So I need to take this moment to celebrate you.
Thank you, Glenn.
And congratulate you. And I know you were trying to just get around it, but
because I ain't gotta.
I ain't gotta. I was like, let's find a cafe, let's do something. She was like, now they closed. They probably ain't closed. She don't want to do it. So we're gonna do. We want to do this.
My thing is gonna always be. You know what? It was so much information we didn't have initially.
Yeah.
And I am a planner. However, I do, again, this is part of that getting in the way or malfunctioning when I just start a sentence with I just malfunctioned. And so, and it's that, but understanding that, I do have an idea of what it would, you see these book signings and all of this stuff, and you desire it, but that, guess what? Not today.
Yeah.
And even when you were going to come last year, mental preparation, I was not. I'm dealing with no housing. I don't have time for that. I'm being honest with you. No. I have to function on my everyday living. How do I eat today? Just because you see all this work, you see these books, you see what, yes. How do I eat today? Okay. You don't know what's in my bag. You don't know. And that was the one thing we watched about that Youssef documentary yesterday. You guys see us up front, community activism. They say that's coming out of our pocket.
Exactly.
We're feeding you, and we take the lesser of the food. I got people every single, do you know my Cash App? How many times I'm sending out this, but it ain't mine. I'm starting to realize that's why I less attitude, because I realized that he told you hit up this storehouse. Go to Mary's storehouse and go get what you need, because she ain't gonna give you no problems, no flux, make you feel bad, none of that about it. But if she ain't got it, she ain't. And she's going to tell you got to deal with that emotion within yourself. Like you said, If you can't deal with that, that's you. But understand, just do what he tell you to do. But it's so many things that we do out here as community leaders that we're doing. We go without so that you can have the more. Don't get it twisted with all these. Don't do that. So in the process of this, and last year, I'm still concerned. Hey, okay, what's the next move? With it's a lot.
So the next move was Gary. God had to send Gary by way of festival.
That's it.
To sit here and to acknowledge you.
That's it.
So you can run, but you can't hide.
That's it. Again.
So once again,
because I'm a runner, I'm a track star.
She's a track star. So for those who are listening, so here's the thing. So here's the thing. One. She'll figure out who the one will be, and I will send you the book, right? But these other 5 books that she has, you are going to inbox her and say, Mary, I need your Cash App, because you're going to buy these books from her.
That's it.
Hashtag
back #2 origin. Back to origin. Back to origin.
There you go.
Yep.
That's
so this is her now. This is her moment, her segment. Congratulations, Queen. We celebrate you publicly.
Thank you.
Best-selling author.
Thank you.
One down and many more to go. Many more to grow.
Yeah.
Being a filmmaker, and we talk about wear these tags.
Yes.
And I look at it as forthcoming, because although she already claimed I'm gonna be here next year. So
I will be
wearing
here.
It already.
I will be here.
Claiming it as a filmmaker. So
that's
everything is in its appointed time. It's very, as we said, timely. It's very timely, but congratulations. And I want to congratulate
you
for answering the call, for always continuing to be there through all of the different modalities, and always welcoming me to your platform and vice versa, because we are debunking the myth that we can get along, we can do things together, women, that is, from clearly, right? And it's all in how you show up, it's all in your content, it's all in your spirit, right? And so thank you.
Thank you.
And continue to grow, continue to be the amazing vessel that you are and pressing through even in your transparency. Because here's the thing. There's one thing to be transparent. Oh, let me rephrase that. Thank you for, I'm about to tell you what I'm thankful for you for. It's one thing to be transparent. Yes, it is. You can say that certain things have occurred and happened, but I thank you for your vulnerability. I thank you for your vulnerability. You're sitting here and you're looking at someone who she just told you. I don't know if you heard it. She was trying to figure out where she's living, even though she's on books, even though she's on a billboard in Times Square. That's nice. And we're going to still celebrate.
Ain't it cute?
And it's cute. We're going to still celebrate that. But the reality is, and no one is immune to that.
Exactly.
No one is immune.
No degree level. You can have degrees. You can have.
Exactly. No one is immune.
Doesn't matter.
To that. It does not
You think
matter.
you can prepare yourself? This ain't about preparation, baby. It's about permission.
Permission. And then to thank and to also thank you because, you know, she opened her doors freely to me. She's like, I got you. She's like, nope, you don't need to look for anywhere. So she's already protecting me and being in this space. And everyone kept telling me, oh, you're going to Gary, be careful. And I said, I'm good. I'm good. She got me. She got me. You know, we had to, you know, maneuver some things, right? We had maneuver and I just said, okay. And I just said, okay. I was like, Lord have mercy. I felt like I done drove down south and back.
What you said? Yep. We've been on the road, baby.
We've been on the road. Yeah. It's like, why nothing close? I kept telling her I feel like I'm in the country.
We got the one road. She said, now you can't tell me this ain't a country road. I said, yes, Queen. Yes, it is.
So just you know, like you said, you meet people where they're at, and that's in a space of humility, and that's in a space of vulnerability, and just being, and that's part of being transparent, but it's your vulnerability, you know. So if you see everything that Selena is doing and you're looking at her, don't look at her with the eye, a spirit of envy, or looking at, well, how's she doing that? And she's showing up this way. Oh, I know the real Mary. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Girl, I don't know her.
No, you don't.
Okay, I'm just learning her.
You don't.
Okay.
So, but I need you to look at her and use her as an example. Because we're all placed here because we're not, our stories aren't for us. They're for someone else. So for you to be transparent and to say, listen, I was trying to figure out where I was going to stay. I was trying to figure out what I was going to eat. Even though you see me all dialed up and pretty, because I'm pretty.
I'm going to be pretty. I'm sorry. I gave a new look to homelessness, baby.
Wait a minute. Listen, we came in today because we had to go eat. We had to get filled. We're getting the process. She's like, I'll just do my makeup when I get there. And then we get here. She's like, I just forget it. She's like, and you know what she said? I'm going to tell you what she said. She said, well, I'm already pretty. So
there it is.
There it is.
And the camera can't even tell that.
Exactly. So, but she had to know that.
Yeah, she had to know
that.
Right?
Show up anyway.
Show up anyway.
Show up anyway. Show up anyway.
All right.
Did she just? Yes, she did.
She did. She did.
I'm sorry.
She did.
Yes,
she took it all too.
She took it. Okay. Show up anyway. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it smells like, no matter what it feels like, you show up anyway. Listen, even my journey here was a very interesting journey. But when you choose to now respond to the difficulties and challenges that come in your life, you will be able to get from one point to the next. And even though there may be more obstacles and challenges, if you trust the process and you think level-headed and you don't look at your circumstances, because your circumstances will lie to you. If you already know who's guiding you, what's guiding you, you understand God will never leave you nor forsake you. If he brought you there, he will bring you through it. If he gave it to you, he will get you through it. So as long as you continue to understand and grab the hand, right? Let's go
grab
back
the
to
hand.
The scripture. Grab the hand, right? That's guiding you through this troubled waters. Then you will make it.
That's it.
You will make it. You will still be able to smile in the midst of it. Like people will tell me, I've never heard anyone tell their story the way you do with so much conviction and so much power. Why not?
Yeah.
Power or pitiful.
Teach.
You can't
have both.
Can't coexist. They can't coexist.
They can't coexist.
Can't coexist.
They cannot coexist. The only thing that can coexist is the one God.
Yep.
There it is.
And it's called many names.
Listen.
Come on. You better take us to church.
And this is the thing. This be that thing for me. You can't serve two in any capacity. And like what you can't serve two in any capacity. In any capacity.
Because one gonna fall short.
What's going on, Troach? In the building. Yeah.
Because together we are overcoming all these obstacles, Queen.
That's it.
So once again, publicly, to your fans, to your followers, to your friends, to your believers, even to your haters, right? Even to your doubting Thomases that are you still there. But guess what? Even Jesus needed Thomas in his life.
And he renamed Judas. He renamed Judas because he knew the world would see him as a traitor, and God saw him as friend.
There you go. There you go. So we need all of those in our lives,
I need
right? You need them. You need them, but you keep going. You keep growing. You keep showing up. You keep showing up as amazing as you are, and you hold these titles. You are a best-selling author. Just like I am a best-selling author, I am an award-winning filmmaker.
Yeah.
I have to own it and claim it. But see, but our old stories try to dictate our future stories. No.
Ain't lying.
Nah. So my present is already looking forward to my future.
Yeah.
My present, how I show up in the present, because of God's presence, because of the present He's given me.
Yep.
Will allow me to show up later for others.
Present.
Put the mask on you.
Come on.
So you can, what was the word? So we can have breath. So we can breathe at the higher altitude. You have to put the mask on you first. And then that allows you to then be there and be this vessel for others. So ladies and gentlemen out there that's watching, whenever you're watching, this is a vessel. She's breathing. Now it's your turn. Thank you.
Life Coach Jeff.
I won't got to say nothing. I was just saying that's it.
A mic drop. I really want to get up and just knock everything off this table because of what she just said.
Okay, don't knock everything off.
No, you get that.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
That's what I want to do. But brother, I need some final thoughts.
I want to say. I'll say this. As people, we tend to always, again, like going back to the story of Peter, we want to look at all the chaos that's going around us. But in the midst of that, there's always a blessing. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And the thing is, if anything, there should be no darkness there anyway, because you should be focused on nothing but light in the beginning. That's how it always should be. If you will focus on that light, you have no darkness to look at. You have no negativity. You have nothing that'll draw any pity, shame, or any negativity that can come your way. People, pay attention to positivity. Pay attention to the business that pays you attention, and stop trying to create problems or different situations that don't even need to be. Because really, at the end of the day, all you got is good around you. Whether you see it or not, it's there. You got to open up your eyes and see it for yourself.
Yeah, man. Powerful.
I see a lot of your sisters on here too. Shout out to all the HERSTORY queens.
Right. We see y'all out here.
Yeah.
We see y'all out here.
Allegra, Jerry.
Yes. Come on. Yes. Shout out to Miss Jerry. Yes. Oh my God. I think we were in the book together with Miss Jerry, right? Was I with Miss Jerry or she's in the first one?
No, she's in both.
She's in both.
And Allegra's in here with you as well. Okay. So these are your sisters.
Okay. I know. I thought I saw Miss Jerry with us, but I remember her initially.
Yeah.
With everything. But no, thank you for your obedience, just obeying him and doing what he says to do. It's beneficial. There are a lot of challenges for leaders. I always say we don't have the student manual. We have the teacher's manual, and it comes with so much more insight. For us to learn and teach. But man, it has been a journey here. My car is named The Journey. It's so funny. It's a lot more to that process. One day I'm gonna have to get interviewed, I guess. I don't know, but it's a lot of it's a journey. It's a journey here. And final thoughts, just same how we started. Rock True Agreement. You know, it saves time and trouble. Get out the way. You know, ditch your plan. You made it up. Why can't you trust the Adam? Because he makes everything up. You made it up. That go along with what he said. It's a grander plan. It's grander for you. I'm with you. I thought I was going to prepare myself to assure that I wouldn't be homeless or to assure a particular place or space in society. And that didn't work out like that. That's not, so it can't, I'm looking at things like, how is this working? How is it? That's not what this is about. And it has nothing to do with it. And that sending you here and all these different places, you was like, I don't know where he's sending me. That's pretty much how it grows. You don't know where he's sending you. Just continue to function. Functionality comes with willingness. You're willing and grow. And for this time, we stopped at Walmart. Was it Walmart? Mm-hmm. We understood the Walmart assignment. I don't even think, did we purchase what we needed to purchase or something out there, whatever it was, but we understood that we wasn't there for the purchase. We wasn't there for the purchase. We was definitely there for the funnel cake pretzel things. Queen, did we not have a grand time in our mouths? That's different. Don't keep
food,
stay clean. Food. Okay. No, but food for thought. We were there for a whole different thing, and we allowed God to continue to do that. I hate saying that, but again, we allowed him to continue to do what he does. We just walking around the store, just aimlessly, mindlessly looking at stuff all over here, and he's sending the people. He's pointing us in the direction to grow, and we just growing. So today, well, for me, your presence here is to put the truths that I just learned. I ain't just learned them. I've been knew them in theory, and now putting them into the lab. Your coming here brings it to life. And so I don't have a choice. I have to now function in life the way that he had already prescribed. And it's because of you, I'm out here doing just that. I can see further into, with Rock Truth, especially with producing shows. We've been doing this. This is why Filmaker, we've been all this film. We've been
that's what all this is.
Looking at me like you crazy. This all this is. You've been doing it, girl. Get yourself out. So I'm grateful for being able to see further because you came here. I wouldn't have never even thought to go to the film festival or anything. And so now then developing a new community of people. Oh yeah. The networking that I'm talking about some heavy hitters out here, yo. And that's what God does. He puts us in these rooms, he puts us in these spaces, he gives us these personal relationships. Go ahead.
Ooh, it took an outsider to make the connection.
Yeah. It did.
Let that set in.
That's it. We're gonna let it sit, guys. Because we've been cooking all day.
Come on.
We've been cooking all day. It is time. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. He said, I ate for sure. I feasted. I'm full. I
am full.
But you ready to eat?
I'm about to get full.
We thank everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to our sponsors. What's going on? Troach in the building. Hey, Ma, to Miss Tony, Miss Angela. Yeah. We love it. And Allegra Jackson. That's what they get confused. Allegra and Angela. David Davidson. Hey, King. I see you, boy. What's going on? Tyron Joe in the building. He said Miss Carolyn made it again. Yes, she did make it, King. What's going on, Miss Jerry? Ain't it? Keisha Ward, Keisha, one of my dopest supporters in the building. I saw her yesterday. She was at the filming for Luther. Big Allen Luther. Yeah.
Yo, look for
it.
I think they said November. Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this thing was at Sundance, Tribeca, South by Southwest. Like,
it's dope.
I'm sorry, we talking film language, but it's about this joint.
This one here.
John. See, it's a John. It's about to get an Oscar.
It sure is. My mama is going to get an Oscar. It has to. You got to. Shout out to Whoa Boy in the building. What's up, Whoa? Jessica McKinley as well as Miss Kim. Yo, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Rock Truth.
Or nothing
at all. I felt that. Say that. Bam.
Come on, King. Let's get out of here.
Dope.
Yes.